These days it is exceedingly rare to get a new airline starting up. Much less so one coming back from the dead. But that's what's happened today. So let's go take a flight on Flybe's first flight after coming back from the dead. We're here at Birmingham Airport. Let's go.
Our itinerary for this video is that we are taking the first flight on the relaunched Flybe from Birmingham International to Belfast City Airport. Then tomorrow we are taking the first flight on the second route that Flybe is starting up, Belfast City to Glasgow International. So for the people that are not in the UK, a little bit of brief history. Flybe for the best part of 2 decades was the UK's largest domestic airline. Chances were that if you had flown domestically in the UK to anywhere that wasn't Heathrow Airport, then there was a good chance that 4 out of 5 times it was likely with Flybe. The airline offered services all over the UK and to a lot of European countries, usually the countries directly neighbouring the UK. More often than not, Flybe was the only airline operating routes out of a regional airport. The airline had such market share in the UK's domestic aviation that when it went bust in March 2020, just weeks before the first COVID-19 lockdown in the UK, many airports in the country were left with very few or even without any routes.
That was one of the longest security queues I've ever waited in. It took us about an hour and a half to get through that. I'm so glad I came to the airport early. Now my only goal right now is to get myself a coffee. Haven't had anything this morning, got up pretty early this morning because the Flybe ticketing system isn't quite yet operational properly. It says download your ticket, but you can't actually download it. It only opens a web page with your ticket in it, so I had to screenshot it and everything, and ended up having to open it multiple times. It was just, it wasn't ideal, but it's to be expected. It's their first flight. Still got a load of things to iron out, but got there in the end. So get a coffee now and maybe some breakfast and wait for the flight.
Hey buddy. Yeah, please, mate.
Do you have any allergies?
No. Not that I know of, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Cheers. With breakfast demolished, I decided to go and see if I could go and find out which gate we would be departing from today. It didn't take long to find out roughly what gate we would be at, as when I was looking, I could see the aircraft on the tarmac. The Havilland Canada Dash 8 Q400.
The Q400-8 that Flybe is famous for operating. The airline used to have about 48 of them, but currently they only have 3 with 9 more on order. So hopefully it'll be good. They're starting this route today, and I think they go 3 times to Belfast. And then tomorrow we'll be getting a flight from Belfast to Glasgow, which is the second route that they're opening. So we're just waiting now to find out what gate we'll be at. I have a suspicion it'll be gate 54 or 55, considering where the aircraft is seated at the moment. So as you can see, I've gone and been stuck with some stickers. All the press and everything are here. I mean, it's just a great atmosphere, especially for the first flight. I highly doubt there are any actual passengers on it. I think it's just people that are from the company, press, people that are interested in flying. So yeah, should be a great first flight.
After a little bit of a wait, the gate was soon announced, and then we were called for boarding. Waiting outside was a lot of company reps and press. The crew was also outside, handing out some Flybe branded gift bags. I must say, I really was impressed with this. The atmosphere was brilliant and everyone had huge smiles on their faces.
Thank you. Good morning, welcome aboard.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello, good morning, how are you? Would you like a wine?
So let me just quickly show you what was provided in the gift bag.
During today's flight, the film will be used for an external presentation and may feature on social media and the press. If you do not wish to take part, please do make your wishes clear to the cabin crew and the photographer. And if you do require any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. And once again, welcome on board.
Before the safety demonstration, we had a quick speech from the new Flybe Chief Executive, David Fjellner.
We are all thrilled to be here today. We've had a good over a year's worth of work to get to this point in time. And I'd be remiss if I didn't start off by first thanking a few people. We've got a handful of folks on the plane I'd like to say thanks to. First of all, our chairman, Kevin Hatton, Derek Jarman on our board. And we've also got with us the folks that made this airplane, the Havilland Canada. So we've got some folks visiting with us as well. NAC, Nordic Aviation Capital, leased us the airplane. IBS provided our website and our reservation system. And they've also been fantastic in getting us here. So let me just talk about three quick things before we get going. First of all, thank you. Thank you for your business. I will say that I like to get on our planes, and this isn't the only plane you'll ever see me on. I like to get on and say thanks to folks because you are the most important thing to us, and we need to do a great job providing you great customer service. So that's always going to be our goal. The three biggies are this. Number one, in terms of tickets, quick show of hands. How many of you got those great deals for $19.99 for the tickets today? Well, if you want more of those in the future, the great deals are going to be through our email distribution list. So if you go to our great website, there's a little box at the top right there, and it says, sign up. And if you sign up, you get into our email, you get into our database, our mailing list, and that's the one we always go to first. So thank you again for buying the tickets. Thrilled you're here, and glad that you got a great deal because we always want to provide great value. So number one, thanks. In terms of what we're going to provide for you today, one, great people. Two, great plane. and then 3, customer service. And I'm going to deputize myself to be helping here Jamie and Dale in the back to walk the aisles and see what questions and comments you have for me, and most importantly, suggestions. And I would really encourage you as we go forward now, today, and in the future to let us know how we're doing, good or bad. So anyways, let's talk about the plane first. This plane is great. I'm a former jet pilot from way back when, so I love fast things. This plane is fast, it's quiet, and it's fuel efficient, which means it's carbon efficient. So if you want to tell your kids or your grandkids you've done something great for the planet today, tell them that you flew on a Flybe Q400, because our carbon footprint is on average about 35% smaller than comparably sized jets. That's a great thing. So in terms of the crew, we've got a crew here that's super experienced. What we did was we hired the best of the best from old Flybe. So we've got Jamie and Dale here who've got decades of experience working on these airplanes and providing awesome customer service. Up in the cockpit we have not 1 but 2 captains. It's almost like we have our own Top Gun crew here today. So Captain Adam Brighton, whose family is on board, I'd like to say hello to his children, his wife, his parents. They're on with us today, and this is apparently the first time they've flown with their son up in the left seat. So Captain Brighton's captain in this thing, and we got Captain Mark Firth in the right seat. So again, 2 captains, and then Jamie and Dale and I will be in the back working with you. So in terms of the plane, great plane. This is fast, flies about 350 to 400 miles an hour, cruises at about 25,000 feet. That's nice because it gets you above the clouds, a little bit of the turbulence. And then when we get down on the other side, it's a quick flight. We're only going to be in the air about an hour, and we'll be on the ground in Belfast pretty quick to meet some folks on the other side. You'll see some dignitaries and politicians there that we're looking forward to saying hello to, because we want to say hello to Belfast. So again, plane great, great team, and then customer service. Big thing I'd like to say again is use social media. Say hello to us on Google, say hello to us on Facebook, say hello to us on TripAdvisor. Let us know how we're doing, good or bad, because we want to be better every day. So most importantly, come in full circle. Thank you again for joining us today for our great inaugural flight from Birmingham to Belfast City. I'll be walking the aisles in flight. It'll be a quick walk. But again, if you've got anything for me, again, my name is Dave. You consider me part of the cabin crew today. So thank you again for joining us.
Well, everyone, a very, very good morning. You're all very welcome on board our inaugural service to Belfast. It really is fantastic to have everybody on board. My name is Jamie. I'm the cabin manager on board today. I'm also the cabin crew training manager for the airline, and this is a super honour to be able to operate the first flight. Joining me in the cabin today is Dale Hoggett. Dale is a fellow cabin manager. He's also our air crew support manager. So it's great that we can share this experience together, and it is truly, truly so special for us. So thank you to you guys for sharing it with us. It really is fantastic to see you all. So before we do proceed with the safety demonstration, please just ensure that you have stowed all of your baggage, including your laptops, either well beneath the seat in front of you or into the overhead lockers.
The emergency exits are 2 doors at the front of the cabin and 2 doors at the rear. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. If you are instructed to leave the aircraft urgently, the emergency floor guidance system will guide you to the nearest exit. You must leave all your belongings behind. The seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and unfastened like this. Your life jacket is under your seat. If required, remove the jacket from its container and pass it over your head. Cross the tapes at the back and tie underneath the jacket in a double knot. Do not inflate until you are outside the aircraft. The jacket is inflated by pulling the red toggle downwards. Should it need more air, blow into this tube. It has a light and a whistle. We also carry children's flotation equipment. In preparation for takeoff, please ensure that your seatbelts are fastened, tray tables and seat backs are upright with the armrest down, and hand luggage is placed under the seat in front of you. May we remind you that we operate a non-smoking policy. May we wish you a pleasant flight.
Would you mind just putting the armrest down just in between them? Thanks so much. That's right.
shortly after takeoff and we were on our way to Belfast, the crew started a complimentary service of refreshments. Tea, coffee and soft drinks with biscuits were on offer.
I'll show you in 1 second. Did you say sugar as well, did you? No sugar. Just 2 enough for you? Yeah, there we go, sir. There we are. Chocolate, vanilla, ginger, double chocolate, chocolate and orange. No problem, enjoy.
After a short flight of about 1 hour 20 minutes, we began our descent into George Best Belfast City Airport. Unsurprisingly, the city airport's fire department had laid on a water cannon salute to mark the occasion.
just a quick announcement, folks, before we start opening the doors for the crew.
That's done just a fantastic job today. I'm going to stay here and go to Belfast or to Glasgow.
Cheers, mate. Gold.
Like with our takeoff from Birmingham, all the press and the company staff were out to greet the inaugural Flybe flight.
Hi there.
Belfast.
Oh, thanking you.
How was your flight?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Have you
Thank
been before to Belfast?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really? Good.
Yes, first time in
Welcome,
Belfast.
welcome. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi. You glad to be on the flight today?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Inaugural flight.
Yeah. Do you mind if I selfie with you lot?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
That's great, thank
Take
you.
care, bye.
Cheers. Hello.
So there we have it, the first Flybe inaugural flight after going bust and then coming back from the dead. Now, we're on the flight tomorrow as well for Glasgow, so let's head into Belfast and see what we can do in one day. And then get back here for Flybe's second inaugural flight. Well, you can't really have a second inaugural flight, can you? It's the opening of their second route, which is Belfast City to Glasgow Airport. So I got talking to the pilot of the plane that's due to leave Belfast, basically the plane we came on, and she said that the plane will be taking off from the same direction we came in on. So she very kindly pointed me in the way of an observation deck where we can watch the plane taking off. Obviously we're not flying till tomorrow, so let's go watch the plane take off and then go to our hotel. Got about an hour to wait, but it should take us about that time to get round to it. So this observation area seems to be in a park, so it's down this sort of like what I assume would have been a jetty when they were building ships here. So yeah, apparently it's at the end of the airport, so we should be able to see the plane taking off from there. So let's keep going and get there before it does take off, although I think we're about 45 minutes early, so just going to make myself comfortable and wait for it to take off. I mean, I know this park is basically industrial wasteland repurposed, but it's gorgeous in its own way. Lovely forested area. What more do you need? Just waiting here now for the plane to take off. Been waiting here about half an hour now, so shouldn't be too long now, and then we can head into town and find the hotel. Get a good sleep. Didn't sleep much last night and had to be up super early for the flight this morning. There we are, the first Flybe flight out of Belfast. So we can officially say that Flybe is now an airline again, which is great news. I mean, just to get around the UK by plane has been so expensive. To have another competitor in the market can only be a good thing to bring prices down and make new routes more accessible to people. Anyway, we need to get into the city, get our hotel and get some food. I haven't eaten today. It's now nearly 4 o'clock and I am starving. So let's go into town, check into the hotel and get some food.
I must say at this point that a lot of Belfast really does bear a big similarity to Glasgow, and it's definitely a place I would like to explore more.
So we've just got into the hotel, so we're gonna go for a sleep now, get some food, not in that order, and yeah, get on the flight for Glasgow tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see you then. And good morning everyone. So today we are going on the flight from Belfast to Glasgow, which is the first flight on the second route that Flybe is starting up. So let's get ready and head to the airport for that.
Perfect, cheers buddy.
One thing I do quite like about this airport is they've got like office displays that are sort of like open lounges that I think anybody can use. I'm not sure if they are for anybody to use because I'm not sat there just now, but They look nice and they look like they're for anybody to use. Might go and ask because we've got about an hour and a half wait for the flight to Glasgow, so yeah, might go and see if we can get a comfy seat. But first I'm gonna finish my coffee.
Soon after finishing my coffee, the Dash 8 Q400 that will be taking us over to Glasgow arrived from the inbound flight directly from Birmingham.
Hey Dave.
Meet again. So tell me your first name.
Dominic.
Dominic. Nice to meet you. If you give me your email and such,
Yeah.
put you in touch with her.
Yeah.
And let's do that. But I mean, in general, you just want to know when we're gonna fly and those things. So.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Because that's the most of that stuff's already on the website there.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, you give me your contact information, I'll find you. I'll talk to everybody, and then I'll put you in touch with Rebecca, and we can certainly set that up.
Thank you.
Where are you guys from?
Glasgow, then Aberdeen.
Oh, you're from Aberdeen?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it used to be a big hub for Flybe, so.
Oh, good. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're checking that out.
Perfect. Cheers.
Hello.
Hello. Thanking you.
You're welcome.
After walking across the tarmac and having a quick chat with Dave, it was time for the usual safety demonstration before we were on our way on Flybe's launch of their second route to Glasgow.
And unfastened like this. Your life jacket is under your seat.
Being such a short flight at 40 minutes, I didn't think or expect that we'd be getting any refreshments on this service. But to my surprise, the crew did come around offering water and a biscuit. After we passed over the Irish Sea, we began our approach into Glasgow. Landing into Glasgow, we were greeted with another water cannon salute. And thus ends our trip on Flybe's first inaugural routes.
Good.
All right.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys. Take care.
What's the chances of a base in Scotland?
A base in Scotland, those all things in due course.
Perfect. Cheers.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I just couldn't resist hinting for a base in Scotland there.
What are you, mate?
Perfect. Cheers.
You can get to the building that way.
Perfect. Cheers.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. Cheers.
So just a quick bit of information. These two fares together cost me a total of £85, which considering equivalent fares at the time, isn't bad value for money at all.
And here we are back in rainy Scotland, Glasgow to be precise, having flown on Flybe, which is great news considering that Flybe's been gone for about 3 years now, and to have them back is just absolutely amazing. So anyway, I hope you like this video on Flybe's first 2 routes back from the dead, which is very rare for an airline to come back from the dead. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing to the channel. And anyway guys, we shall see you all in the next one.